And we're back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, my peepo. You know that it helps us out a ton, and of course it helps you because it helps us. Now, y'all, your girl, Janet Mills, you know, the governor of the great state of Maine, you can see her there receiving an award. She was recently awarded the Robert F. Kennedy Award for her work in helping biological males compete against biological girls in sports, y'all. No joke, can't make this up. That's what she received her award for recently. And this all comes amidst growing allegations that her brother and sister have received great benefits from her governorship, and particularly her brother to the tune of $22 million plus, which we're gonna get into in this video. But before we do, y'all, this back and forth with Maine about the whole biological boys competing against girls has been heating up and recently went to the appeals court. Let's take a look.
Oral arguments wrapped up early this afternoon in the case of a censured state lawmaker suing the State House Speaker.
And that case was heard in the First Circuit Court of Appeals down in Boston today. Stephanie Grinley joining us live in the newsroom now with the recap. And Steph, this all goes back to Representative Laura Libby's social media post.
Yeah, guys, she was censured in February after posting the name and unblurred photo of a transgender Maine athlete. Libby argued transgender athletes should not be allowed to participate in girls' sports. The Maine House of Representatives decided her social media post put the athlete's safety at risk and violated the legislative code of conduct. So she took House Speaker Ryan Fecteau to court. In today's hearing in federal court, Libby's attorney said this boils down to a denial of equal representation, and they referred to her censure as a de facto expulsion. We saw the representative of Auburn as she made her way in this morning. She told us she's thankful her case has reached this point.
You know, I'm really thankful to finally have our day in court. My 9,000 constituents deserve to have both their vote and their voice back. And so I'm glad that we finally have the opportunity to advocate for them and have our day in court here in the First Circuit Court of Appeals.
The Maine Attorney General's office is representing House Speaker Ryan Fecteau. Assistant AG Jonathan Bolton said the rules in the Maine House are clear and argued the actions taken by Fecteau to bar Libby from speaking and voting on the House floor are covered by legislative immunity. The Supreme Court has since ordered Libby to be allowed to vote in the House while her lawsuit plays out, but she still can't speak on the floor. These were only oral arguments, so no decision today. But we did hear one of the judges talk about this matter, how it puts the court in a tricky spot with having to make a decision in such a local debate. House Speaker Ryan Fecteau said he is not commenting on pending litigation.
So in case you're like me and you think, what's going on in this country? Does everybody want biological boys to compete against biological girls? You're not crazy. I don't know. Somehow this has become a debate, but this is not really a debate, y'all. This is not really a debate, okay? This is a small group of people who have an outsized, loud voice and who are using it to push forth their opinions, which they're entitled to. And then the rest of us are like, what? But some normality is returning. Take a look.
Simone Biles apologizing to Riley Gaines following their online spat over transgender athletes. Biles wrote on X, quote, "I've always believed competitive equity and inclusivity are both essential in sport. The current system doesn't adequately balance these important principles. It didn't help for me to get personal with Riley, which I apologize for." Here's how Gaines reacted to that apology.
I accept the apology. Those personal attacks that she issued back last weekend, they didn't hurt my feelings. That's not what hurt my feelings about her remarks. What hurt me personally about what she chose to tweet out was how she was so willing and so quick to sell out young girls.
So when I type Janet Mills in, I just type that in an X, y'all, and I'm looking at the stories. A lot of these stories that are popping up are about her brother receiving tens of millions of dollars worth of benefits from her administration. And there's no way for me to independently verify this, but someone made a video about it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that video. But before we do, y'all, make sure you take care of your money. I'm not gonna make this a long one, y'all. Go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com, or call 844-651-8334, 844-651-8334 If you have $50,000 to $100,000 or more in your retirement, protected from inflation, protected from monetary debasement, you're about to retire. Make sure your money's still there and it's still worth something by investing at least some of it in gold. Talk to our partners at Augusta Precious Metals. Go click the link now, get the free information, and protect your precious retirement.
Janet Mills, the current governor of Maine, a year before she took office, her brother, Peter Mills, received $22 million through a shell company called Western Mountains and Rivers Corporation. This company also received 670 acres of land on the Dead River, all courtesy of a company called Central Maine Power. When Janet Mills assumed office a year later, she immediately approved CMP to clear-cut an 145-mile corridor through western Maine without the endorsement of any of the localities affected, who were all in major disagreement with the decision. And that $22 million that was supposed to be spent on the towns appears to have been pocketed by this shell company run by Peter Mills, rather than being spent on the people it was actually supposed to. When I reached out to Western Mountains Corp to verify where the funds were spent and the status of the land, my request was ignored, and there exists no information on the firm's website either. This is a clear example of political corruption in the state of Maine and deserves to be investigated further, in my opinion. What do you all think?
So again, y'all, with that video, I cannot verify it. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find any independent information. But if someone wants to tweet it at me, or someone wants to send me some additional information, we'll certainly be happy to take a look and see if where there's smoke, there's fire, to see if there's any there, okay? And finally, y'all, like I said earlier, we are not the crazy ones. We're not the ones who are left in the Stone Age. And listen, sports, you qualify people by identifiable characteristics, by their sex, by their height, by their weight. I've said it many times, by their grade level, by the level of experience or the number of years of experience they have. It's very simple. But the people on the other side, y'all, they're giving each other awards for being way outside of the mainstream. And I guess that's what you have to do, right? When you're way outside of the mainstream and somebody stands up, they take one for the team, you give them an award. So your girl, she got an award for standing up for boys who want to compete against girls.
A group right now is recognizing Governor Janet Mills in D.C. for the state's successful legal battles so far against the Trump administration.
Today, we are proud to present Governor Janet Mills with the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Award.
This morning, Governor Mills receiving the Robert F. Kennedy Human Rights Award. RFK's daughter, Kerry Kennedy, the sister of Trump's Health and Human Services Secretary, RFK Jr., presented that award to Mills for telling Trump, quote, "see you in court," when he threatened to withhold federal money over the state's transgender policies.
So y'all, I'd like to get y'all's opinion on this. There's a few different things that we touched on here, but I guess the main question is, do you think that Governor Mills, do you think that where there's smoke, there's fire? We previously did a report about her sister working in a position in the healthcare industry where she's directly or indirectly benefiting from surgeries, transition surgeries. And now her brother, there's reports about him, unverified reports, which I have not been able to verify. Again, let me know what y'all think down in the comments, but before you do, please stop, hit the share button, share this video out over email, text message, WhatsApp, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, all of your favorite social mediums. And of course, if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe for my people who are seeing this world go crazy. And you're like, man, I just need to protect mine. Of course, go to Paralegold, PARALEGOLD.com. Talk to our people at Augusta Precious Metals about protecting your nest egg from the craziness out there. Y'all, gold's been around with mankind for over 5,000 years. It's done seen everything, okay? I want to thank y'all for watching. Love y'all, and we'll see you back in the next one.